Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. First carry for Raheem Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And touchdown, Tampa Bay! Raheem Mostert, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead.
Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because
trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the interception, here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And got his man complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and some room to work. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mostert. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin White. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Extra point good by Prater. And this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. On second down, Mostert. And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 111 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They're going to look to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Again, he finds Moore. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Watson. Got a man, it's Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. Room here to run.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, The laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
Again, it's Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Atlanta. That last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Here's Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And now Watson throws another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Buccaneers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2nd and 1. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
That swung out to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I'm not not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. Back to throw again. Dancing to his left. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
Looks to me part starting to like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Out of the gun, Watson. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. By rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball, and he could not hang on. Second down coming up.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd at SoFi Stadium.
Chargers have scored again, so they are really opening it up. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. Pushes him aside at the 45. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a give this time to the tailback. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Watson. Flushed out right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from having the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield. But they never did.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Mostert. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Stop short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have time here, partner, for just 1 final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. Was still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Buccaneers, they used a favorable early schedule to the